So we're gonna start standing up. We're gonna do 3 Surya Namaskar A and then only 1 Surya Namaskar B today. So go ahead and start in Tadasana. You can put one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. We're just gonna take a few breaths here and come together. You can close your eyes if you'd like. Decide why you're here this morning. And keep that in the front of your mind. Just to move your body, just to take some time to yourself. And having no expectations on your mat today. Go ahead and open the eyes, release the hands. We'll take the first 1 or 2 slowly. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up. You can do cobra or upward dog here. Exhale, downward facing dog for 5 breaths. 1, move the legs as you need to. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up, get to the front of your mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Again, inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale, back for 5. 1, 2, get the heels heavy, even if the knees are bent. 3, hi Sandra. 4, 5, inhale, look up, get to the front of your mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. We're gonna do that one more time. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step or jump back. Chaturanga, all the way down. Inhale, up. Straight arms, lift the whole body off the mat, upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog for 5. 1, 2, 3, press the hands into the mat. 4, 5, inhale, look up, step or hop to the front of your mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Back to Tadasana. Moving on to Surya Namaskar B. Fingertips pointing down, knees are bent, weight is in the back of the body. Inhale, chair. Look up at the hands. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step or hop, chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Moving on to the warrior 1 for this. Left toes out, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up to warrior 1, palms together, looking up at the thumbs. Exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right toes out, left leg forward, all on the same inhale, all the way up, warrior 1. Exhale, bring it down to the mat, chaturanga, elbows pointing straight back. Inhale up. Exhale back for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Get to the front of your mat. Exhale, fold. Keep the knees bent here or bend the knees. And then inhale, arms up to chair. Exhale, back to Tadasana. Moving on to our Trikonasana, or triangle poses. We're gonna start with regular and then move on to revolved. So right leg comes up and back. Point the right toes to the back of the mat. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, come down, grab the big toe. Look up at the thumb if you can. 1, 2, 3. Thighs are hugging the midline of the body, so squeezing towards each other. 4, 5. Press the feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Switch the toes. Exhale all the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Both legs are very active here. 5. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, bring your feet towards the back of the mat. So we're coming into revolved triangle here. Bring your right hand to your hip. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, come forward. Bring that hand to the outside of the right foot. If you can, do the best you can, and then revolve the right shoulder up. Right fingertips up towards the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, bring your toes towards the front of your mat. Left hand is going to be on the waist. Inhale, bring the right arm up. Start to reach forward. Twist to the left as you exhale. Right hand to the outside of the left foot. Left shoulder comes back. Left fingertips up. 1, 2, 3. Still try to lengthen through the crown of the head. 4, 5. Inhale, come all the way up. Toes come in. Exhale, back to Tadasana. Moving on to our Parshva Konasana, or side angle poses. Right leg comes up and out. Right toes are going to point back. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, right hand all the way down to the floor. Left arm up and over. 1, 2, rotate the chest open. 3, you can look up at the left hand. 4, 5. Straighten the leg. Inhale, come all the way up. Toes in, left toes out. Exhale, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, back to Tadasana. Moving on to the revolved side angle pose. So right leg up and back. And I've shown you guys where you can do this on your knees and extend the leg, or you can just go right into it. We're going to try to get that left elbow to the outside of the right knee. If it doesn't happen where your fingertips go down to the floor, then go ahead and do prayer hands. So we're looking to get fingertips to the floor, if not prayer hands. So go ahead and find what works for you. 1, if your fingertips are on the floor, right arm goes up. 2, 3, 4, back foot is still on the ground. 5, look down. Inhale, come up. Bring the toes in. Exhale, bring the left toes out. We can do the same thing on the other side. And then go ahead and bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Find your pose. 1, 2, 3, continue to rotate the left shoulder back. 4, good. 5, look down at your foot. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, back to Tadasana. We're gonna go ahead and do our balancing pose. So I'm gonna face you guys. You guys will stay at the front of your mat or whatever it is that you're doing. We're gonna do our Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana. So take the top of the right foot, doing the half lotus where the knee's pointing down, or you're doing figure 4 here, okay? Go ahead and find your right leg. Take the right fingers, grab the toe, left fingertips down to the ground. 1, 2, 3, drop the head. 4, 5. Inhale, go ahead and come all the way up. Exhale, release the foot. Other side, left foot, bring it to the right crease, hip crease. Knees pointing down. Left fingers grab the big toe. Bend the standing knee if you need to do that to get that there. Right fingertips down. 1, 2, shoulders away from the ears. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release. So some of these the breathing might be a little bit different. I'm watching you, I'm catching you. Expectations, right? Come back to Tadasana. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step or hop back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, get to the front of your mat. Exhale, fold. Drop the sitting bones. We're coming into chair pose. Inhale, Utkatasana. Palms together, look at the thumbs, shoulders away from the ears. 1, 2, 3. Get the seat a little lower. 4, 5. Exhale, fold. Here we go, right back to Chaturanga without looking up first. Don't ask me why, that's just how it goes. Inhale up. Exhale, take it back. Left toes out. Right foot forward. We're coming into warrior 1, so be sure your heels are lined up. Inhale, all the way up, palms together, knees bent. Look at the thumbs. 1, 2, 3, press that back foot. 4, 5. Inhale, straighten the leg, bring the toes in. Left toes out. Exhale, warrior 1 on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, straighten the front leg, fix the back foot so you're not, we don't want to tweak the hip. Bring the arms, extend the arms out in front and back, and then bend the knee on an exhale. 1, gaze off the front index finger. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, bring the left toes in, right toes out. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, hands all the way down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, arms are straight. Exhale, downward facing dog, lengthen through the tailbone. And then we're coming into Dandasana. So if you can, Try to, you know, bring the knee up to the chest, close up that space, and see if you can hop to a seated position. Legs extend out in front of you. Get that meat away from the sitting bones. Palms are on the thighs. Get tall in the spine. 5 breaths here. Big toes together. You're staring at the big toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release the pose. Bring your hands behind you. We're going to come into reverse plank. So, sorry, the fingertips are going to go in. Anytime our arms are below the collarbones, we have an internal rotation. So that's why the fingers will point in. If our fingers are pointing out, that assists in an external rotation. All right, so fingers pointing towards the sitting bones. Point the toes. Bend the elbows so you're going to give yourself enough room to lift. And then go ahead, inhale, lift. Lift the hips. Open the throat if you can, otherwise just keep looking neutral. 1, 2, 3, lift a little higher, you can do it. 4, 5, go ahead and lower. Cross the legs, we're pressing ourselves. If you can't lift yourselves up yet, which is totally fine and normal because we're just like starting this, go ahead and just cross your legs and tip yourself forward and come back to chaturanga that way. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then back to a seated position. That standing balancing pose we just did, Ardha Baddha Padottanasana, we're doing it sitting down now. So take the left foot, top of the left foot, and either do your figure 4 or your half lotus. Left fingers are going to grab the left toe. And then we're going to fold and grab the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up at that toe. Exhale, release the pose. Other side. Right foot to left leg. Grab that toe. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Cross the legs, tip forward. Come back to chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale, take it back. Cross the legs, have a seat. Moving on to Janu Shirshasana. We're just going to do A. So bend the right knee, drop the knee out to the side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. See what you can grab on the leg. If you're able to grab the bottom of the foot, grab that. This is head to knee pose. So that's the direction we're going, even though you might be far away, that's fine. 1, still keep the shoulders away from the ears. 2, 3, 4, really engage the lower belly. 5, inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Release the pose. So we keep our lower belly engaged. Prepare for the other side. So not only so we can protect the lower back in these forward folds, but it's also to get length. The more you engage the muscles, you're grounding so the upper torso can fly, right? Like kind of like we were talking about in our other class. So left leg falls out to the side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, grab the leg, the foot. If you are beyond the foot, you're gonna grab the wrist. 1, 2, 3, still keeping a slow, steady breath. 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Cross the legs, tip forward, chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lengthen through the tailbone, get a good stretch, and then come back to seated position. Marichyasana A. So if you cannot bind the arm for this, that's fine. Just hold the knee or work on just bringing your hand to the inside of the leg. Just continue to work that extension of the spine. Go ahead and take the right hand, right arm, thumb pointed down. Reach behind you. Grab with the left hand. All 4 of you have done this before or have done this pose with me before, so I know you got it. Go ahead and fold. 1, 2, 3. Lift the chest as much as you can. 4, 5. Inhale, look up at that toe. Exhale, release. Even though we're folding forward, we're still keeping the chest open and lifting back, leading with the heart. Go ahead, left heel to left sitting bone. Find your pose on the left side. Exhale, fold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Cross the legs, tip forward, chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale, take it back. Cross the legs, come to a seated position. Moving on to our Navasana or boat pose. Hooray, we're doing all 5 today. I know you're all smiling. We're doing this with a smile, everybody, or a laugh. You decide. Here we go. Find your balance. Legs up, arms out. 1, 2, your drishti, your focus point are your big toes. 3, 4, 5. Lift, cross the legs and lift. Right back up. 1, 2, 3, get them up. I can see you. 4, 5. Go ahead and cross the legs, lift. Back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cross the legs, lift. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cross the legs, lift. This is the last one. Legs up. 1, you can do it. 2, shoulders away from the ears. 3, 4, 5. Awesome. Cross the legs, lift, tip forward. Come to chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, take it back. We're going to take a breath. We're going to take an extra breath here. Stretch the legs out. You can even lift the leg to do the circles if you want for a moment, because we're going to move on to Bhujapadasana. And I think we've only done this one other time. So I want to make sure I don't rush it for the first couple times. Okay, so coming into Bhujapadasana, we're going to, eventually we're going to jump forward, but for now we're going to walk forward. So I'll show you from this angle. We're gonna walk forward, and we're just gonna put our arms under our legs, and we're just gonna sit here, okay? Eventually, we're gonna cross our ankles and tip forward, but for now, this is what we're doing. So just look up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So inhale, release the arms from the legs. Eventually, what happens is you go into firefly pose where the legs are sticking out, and then you come into crow pose or bakasana from that. So just release the legs and get prepared for your crow pose. Even if you don't lift your feet off the ground, just practice putting your knees on the upper arms and tip your weight forward. You have to look up in this pose. If you're looking down, you're gonna fall. So just practice. Maybe lift a toe, maybe lift the other toe. Engage the lower belly. And then from here, chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice job, guys. Have a seat. I'm trying to see if you guys are still with me. Yes, you are, because you're amazing. All right, so Upavista Konasana. Wide angle with the legs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. We reach for the outside of the feet, but if you have the legs, that's fine. Chin to floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. You're gonna grab the feet. So even I need to bend my feet to do, or bend my knees to do this. Balance. Lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, cross the legs, tip forward. We're gonna do our vinyasa. So chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale, look up and come cross your legs, come to a seated position, and then lie down, okay? This one I know we have not done yet, so just do your best. So Kate, what you can do here while we go through this whole thing is put the block under you, and then just practice having the wide angle with your legs here, okay? The rest of you, I want you to bring your legs behind your head. Come into the Upavista Konasana behind your head, just like we did, the pose we just did, but we're doing it from a different angle here. Hold on to the outsides of your feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna roll all the way down to the floor, holding our feet. We're keeping the pose all the way down. Good. Now cross the legs. Tip forward. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then inhale, come back to a seated position and lie down on your back. Straighten the left leg. We're doing our Supta Hasta Padangusthasana here. Grab the big toe, leg point straight up. 1, scratch that. We're gonna hug the leg. Sorry. In the other classes, we don't do that, but we're doing it in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower the shoulders, bring the leg out to the right, and look to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale back to center. We're going to do one more hug on the exhale. And then we float this leg down. Other side. Grab the left toe. Just do the best you can. I do realize that we're not all able to grab our big toes. But even if you have to bend the knee a little bit here for this class, that's fine. Right hand on top of the thigh. Shoulders are going to be relaxed towards the mat. 1, 2. Right leg is active. 3, 4, 5. Start to open it up to the left. Look to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale back to center. Exhale, chin to shin one more time. And then release. Okay, so I'm going to show you something, and you guys can decide whether you want to do it or not. It's kind of crazy, but this is a level 2 class, okay? So instead of rolling on our side to do a vinyasa to come out of this, here's what you can attempt. You scoot forward. You somersault backwards. Chaturanga. I bet some of you can do it and you didn't even know. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look up, come to a seated position. We're moving on to our back bends, or so we're gonna either do bridge or we're doing Urdhva Dhanurasana, which is full upward bow. Sandra, we've talked already about this pose for you. So the rest of you, we're gonna start with bridge, and then we're gonna do 3 altogether. So the second and the third, you can do more bridges, or you can move on to the full upward bow. So go ahead and lie down on your back. So everyone prepares for bridge first. Heels towards the sitting bones. Setu Bandhasana, that's the name of this one. Go ahead and lift. Lock the shoulders. 1, 2, press the inner edges of the feet. Press the heels. 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and lower. Prepare for whatever it is that you're going to do next. And lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower. Take a breath. Decide which your last one is going to be. If you can get up into wheel, I encourage you to do it, even if you're tired. Prepare for the last back bend and lift. 1, 2, 3. If you're in wheel, straighten your arms. 4, 5. Go ahead and lower. Take a breath here. You guys are doing amazing. Stay laying down. Okay, here we go. You can either sit up to come out of this and do a vinyasa, or backwards. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then inhale, come back to a seated position. Bring the legs out in front of you. We're just doing our Paschimottanasana, our forward fold here before we move on to shoulder stand. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. 8 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, look up, look at your beautiful big toes. Exhale, release. And then we're moving into our supported shoulder stand. So if you want to put a blanket down for your shoulders, you can, if you need support for your neck. Otherwise, go ahead and just lie down. Now, for supported shoulder stand, you can also put the block onto your sacrum and just put your legs up too. You don't have to go all the way up. If you have the blanket down, you're going to have the edge, which is where you're going to have the shoulders. All right, going up for 10 breaths, wherever your pose is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you're on a block, you can stay here, or you can just play with starting to bring your legs behind you. They don't have to go all the way down. If they can, bring them all the way back. Interlace the hands, straight arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't let the knees drop yet. Engage the legs. 5, 6, 7. Feet are together. 8, 9, 10. Karnapadasana, ear pressure pose. Knees go down. And just like it says, press on the ears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cross over the thumbs to prepare for a seat for your spine. So just very slowly, you're going to come into fish pose or Matsyasana. Straighten the legs. And then press the forearms into the ground to lift the body. Keep your neck straight here, or if this is too much for your neck, just stay lying down. If you can, open the throat. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just taking 5 here. 5. Lower down, and now we're doing another version of fish for 5 breaths. So legs up, palms up together. Point the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and release. Either roll out of this to do your vinyasa or You know it. Backwards. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, so here we are going to get ready for our Shirshasana supported headstand. So if you're working on dolphin, and if you have a chair, if you're working with a chair right now, you can do that. I've talked to all 4 of you about your headstand, I'm pretty sure. Jesse, I'm gonna ask you, because I know the other ones. Hold on. Oh, I guess I'm not able to unmute you. Look at my yoga flow hair. It's so awesome.
I love it.
Okay, so were you doing dolphin last time?
I was trying.
Okay, then that's where you are.
Big
10 breaths, and then come into child's pose after that. So that's where you interlace your hands and then bring the hips up, just like we do in down dog. So I'm gonna do dolphin with you. Okay. All right, so hands and knees. Remember, we know how far apart our elbows are going to be because we're going to put our forearm there. So they shouldn't be really any wider than the shoulders. And then we're going to drop the head. Just let the head dangle for now. Push the forearms into the mat and you'll feel the shoulders engage, the whole shoulder girdle around the ribs. Lift the hips up. And then try to walk the toes. So the top of your head is going to graze your forearms. That's fine. It's just not putting pressure on the head or the neck. So walk the toes, take 10 breaths, engage the lower belly in and up. Try to get the sitting bones as high as you can. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop the knees, come into child's pose, grab the heels, and stay here for 10 breaths. Once you guys are done practicing your headstand. One more. And then go ahead and come back to hands and knees. We're going to do our Baddha Konasana and then come into our yoga seal. All right, so bottoms of the feet together. Inhale, lengthen, grab the ankles to bring the heels close to the sitting bones. First, we're keeping a straight back. So exhale, just come down as far as you can with the straight back. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale all the way up. Now exhale, completely round the back. 1, press the legs down with the elbows. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale all the way up. Come into our, you can come into regular seated pose. If you can do half lotus, do half lotus. But just practice getting there and then back out of it. See where you are first. If you're able to grab the toes, go ahead. Otherwise, grab the ankle. Or no, if you can't grab the toes, go for the ankles. Grab the elbows behind your back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring your chin down to the floor. 10 breaths for our yoga sealing our practice today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, come all the way up. Whatever foot you have on top, switch it. We're gonna do that this time. We don't always do that, but let's do that this time. Palms facing up, chin to chest. 1, you can take your mudra here, first finger and thumb. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can keep your eyes open or closed here. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute to that happiness and to that freedom for all. Go ahead and bring the hands, one last thing before Shavasana, bring the hands on the sides of the body and get ready for your Utplatihi lift. So bend the elbows. You're gonna try to get the legs up as much as you can. If you're sitting in easy pose, just press your hands into the floor anyways. Go ahead and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead and lower. Release the legs and get ready for Shavasana. So bundle yourself up or cover yourself with a blanket, lie down, stretch the body, hug the knees if you need to. You guys worked so hard and did such an amazing job today. And for this class, I really just like to let you sit in silence. The point of the Shavasana is to notice the body after your practice. So guided relaxation is not always necessary. And after a hard practice like this one, it's kind of nice to just feel the effects afterwards. So go ahead and just take 3 deep breaths. And as you're breathing, each time you exhale, notice the muscles getting softer and just completely release the muscles from head to toe. And continue to follow the breath during your Shavasana.